What was your worst airport story? I was coming back from Thailand after a month of backpacking and partying way too hard. I hadn't slept in like 36 hours. My head was pounding from the worst hangover of my life, and I basically threw everything into my bag at 2 in the morning before my flight. I just wanted to get home and sleep for 3 days straight. Everything was going fine until I got to security. The TSA lady scanned my backpack and her face went weird. She called over another officer and they both started whispering while looking at me. My stomach dropped because I knew I looked like absolute garbage. Messy hair, bloodshot eyes, wearing the same shirt I'd been in for 2 days. They pulled my bag to the side and started going through everything. Old receipts, dirty socks, random souvenirs I'd bought from street vendors. Then they found this side pocket I completely forgot existed. The officer pulled out a small plastic bag filled with dried green stuff. I started laughing because I remembered some old lady at a market giving me tea samples. "Oh, that's just tea from this vendor lady," I said. She was super nice and gave me like 5 different kinds to try. The officer's face didn't change at all. She called over a third guy who looked way more serious. He took the bag and did some kind of chemical test on it. I'm watching him drop this liquid onto the leaves and suddenly it turns bright freaking purple. That's when everything went crazy. Suddenly I'm surrounded by 3 officers asking me to step aside. One of them is asking where I got it, another is asking if I have more, and the third one is literally calling someone on his radio. I'm trying to explain that I bought random stuff from vendors and didn't even know what half of it was, but they're not listening. They took me into this tiny windowless room and started interrogating me. The main guy kept asking the same questions over and over. Where exactly did I buy it? What did the vendor look like? Did anyone else give me anything? I was sweating so bad my shirt was soaked. I kept thinking about prison documentaries and how my parents were going to kill me. I tried calling my dad, but they wouldn't let me use my phone yet. One officer left with the tea sample to send it to some lab. The other 2 just sat there staring at me like I was some international drug smuggler. I kept checking the clock on the wall, watching my flight time get closer and closer. After what felt like forever, the first officer came back with this confused look. He whispered something to the other guys and they all looked at me differently. Turns out it really was just tea leaves, some weird type that reacted with their chemical test in a way they'd never seen before. They finally let me go, but by then my gate was empty. My flight had already taken off. I ran to the ticket counter, but the next flight home wasn't for 2 days. The lady at the counter said since it was my fault I missed it, I'd have to pay full price for a new ticket. $600 I didn't have. I ended up sleeping on the airport floor for 2 nights eating nothing but overpriced airport sandwiches. My phone died on day 2, so I couldn't even call anyone. When I finally got home, my parents thought I'd been kidnapped or something because I never showed up and wasn't answering calls.